The fall of the celestial order. For millennia, the supreme stellar circle hovered above the civilizations of the galaxy like gods over mortals. Their thrones orbited ancient suns, their golden ships streaked across the cosmos like divine spears. They saw themselves as the rightful heirs of the universe, enlightened, infallible, eternal. In their arrogance, they imposed dominion over entire star systems, crushing empires beneath promises of order and progress. Among the conquered worlds lay a blue, obscure, and peripheral planet, long dismissed in the great halls of power, Gaia, as the ancients once called it. Its children, humanity, were catalogued as little more than evolutionary curiosities, too primitive to pose any real threat. The Circle saw them merely as another race to be absorbed into the cosmic hierarchy, or erased. But history is merciless to the arrogant. Shadows of rebellion. In a distant past, during the age known as the Silent Cosmic Era, humanity dared to defy the Circle's dominion. The war was brief, yet brutal. The Gaian Rebellion, as it was known in secret records of the Celestial Order, marked the first true setback in the Circle's history. They had expected swift surrender. What they encountered was ferocious resistance, asymmetric tactics, and a desperate ingenuity that shattered conventional military doctrine. The battles of Titanus Secundus, the siege of Ether V, and the legendary Korvax ambush became martial mythos among humans. Yet the Circle never officially acknowledged these defeats. In their archives, the events were downplayed as isolated incidents, distortions crafted to preserve the myth of invincibility. Decades passed. Then centuries. The memory of rebellion faded, replaced by sanitized accounts, framed as exaggerated tales from a defeated people. Arrogance returned, stronger than before. And with it came the decision to retake Gaia, not out of necessity, but pride. The new expedition. In the seventh cycle of Argion, the Celestial Council assembled beneath the crystalline domes of Altares Prime, the seat of the Circle's power. They declared it was time to restore the natural order. An expeditionary fleet was formed. Modest in size, symbolic in intent, more a display of dominance than a true military campaign. At its helm stood Archadmiral Vorel Thar, heir to a lineage of conquerors. He commanded the flagship Oran's Vigilance, flanked by Helion-class cruisers and autonomous reconnaissance drones. The mission was, officially, a diplomatic patrol. Unofficially, it was an act of imperial reminder. The humans are relics of a forgotten age, Thar sneered to his officers. We shall remind them of their place. But history does not allow itself to be repeated without consequence. The silence of the galaxy. As the fleet crossed into the Gaian sector, something unexpected occurred. Nothing. No transmissions. No patrols. No orbital beacons. The systems were silent, inert, as if humanity had vanished. Sensors scanned moons and planets for any sign of biological or technological life, but all indicated absolute stillness. They've given up, Thar declared. They've finally accepted our supremacy. Optimism gave way to celebration. Across the fleet, officers toasted with lunar nectar and declared premature victory. Some even suggested Earth be turned into a cultural monument, to showcase the Circle's benevolence upon a people who had finally surrendered. But they did not realize they were being watched. The vigil in the shadows. Hidden deep within nebulae and asteroid belts, phantom-like structures lingered in complete silence. Invisible to conventional sensors, cloaked in spectral camouflage, lay the ships of the Gaian Shadow Guard. Founded after the First Rebellion, this secret force answered to no government, no coalition. Its only mission was to protect Earth, at any cost. It was commanded by the enigmatic Commander Kale Run, known among his ranks as the Hidden Fist of Humanity. His gaze had never wavered from the Circle. For decades, he built humanity's final retaliation, driven by memory, pain, and a promise that Earth would never kneel again. Wait, Run told his captains. They will return. And when they do, they will be blinded by their own pride. And so they waited, sharpened their weapons, trained AIS of unprecedented combat intelligence, crafted armaments that made ancient railguns look like toys. And above all, they studied the enemy. When the Circle's fleet breached the Gaian sector, the trap was sprung. The awakening of vengeance. Without warning, the shadows gained shape. From the void emerged the Auroran Phantoms, elite squadrons in blade-shaped ships, propelled by silent fold drives. Their assault was poetry in precision, slicing propulsion systems, blinding sensors, severing communications. Chaos erupted across the Circle's ships. Commanders barked panicked orders, crews scrambled through dark corridors, unsure of what they faced. Screens flickered. Alarms wailed like funeral bells. But the humans did not merely attack. They anticipated. Every move the Circle attempted was predicted and countered with chilling efficiency. Human fighters employed three-dimensional combat maneuvers that confused even the most adaptive of AI. Their projectiles, gravity pulses, ghost torpedoes, time distortion mines, were masterpieces of lethal engineering. The dance of death. The Circle's dreadnoughts, mighty flying fortresses, tried to mount a counteroffensive. But they were slow, as arrogant as their makers. Each cannon fired too late. Each missile intercepted before launch. The Shadow Guard fractured into mobile strike teams, fast, deadly, coordinated like a pack of wolves surrounding lumbering prey. The final offensive was executed by three elite groups: Red Tempest, NYX's Blade, and the infamous Veil Bombers. Diving through flaming debris, the bombers targeted the last bastions of command. Each explosion painted the stars with fire. Shards of hull, scattered data cores, and frozen flesh spun helplessly into the vacuum. The Circle's millennia-old pride was shattered within hours. The last plea. Amidst the wreckage, Thar's flagship, gravely damaged, drifted powerlessly. The Arch-Admiral himself, wounded and humiliated, attempted to transmit a surrender signal. Humanity, cease fire. We offer peace, total recognition. Aboard the human warship Judgment of Argus, Commander Run received the message in silence. At his side stood Captain Elira Voss, a survivor of the first Gaian invasion. Her expression was cold, resolute. "They never asked for peace when they held the power," she whispered. Run nodded once. The transmission was severed. With a single, precise shot, the final vessel of the Circle was annihilated. No rage, no hesitation. Just the certainty that the final lesson had been delivered. The message carved in the stars. In the vastness of space, amidst the still glowing wreckage, a transmission was broadcast across nearby systems. In dozens of languages, across every known frequency. Earth does not forget. Humanity does not forgive. We are the children of Gaia, forged in pain and resistance. Those who mistake our patience for weakness will pay the price of arrogance. Never underestimate us again. The message echoed through star systems, across warp relays and interstellar networks. Some dismissed it, others trembled, but all understood. Humanity had returned, and with it, a new chapter of galactic history had begun. One not written in treaties, but in blood and steel.